Vice President Kamala Harris and former President Donald Trump. Each has made headlines recently with statements that not only reflect their personal views, but also highlight the broader political climate we're navigating today. Kamala Harris has emphasized the importance of having a president who is focused on finding solutions rather than engaging in political games and attacking others. She believes that many Americans are weary of the constant arguing and division in politics and are looking for a leader who genuinely cares about addressing the challenges faced by ordinary citizens. Harris advocates for a president who is compassionate and willing to collaborate with others to bring about positive change. In contrast, Donald Trump has made controversial remarks about Kamala Harris, referring to her as mentally impaired and insinuating that only someone with serious cognitive issues could allow the country to reach its current state. This type of criticism reflects Trump's confrontational approach, which resonates with his supporters, but also exacerbates political polarization. On the other hand, Kamala Harris has underscored the necessity of having a president who prioritizes problem solving over engaging in political maneuvering and belittling others. This illustrates her vision for leadership at a time when many individuals are disillusioned with the state of politics. Harris thinks it's really important to focus on finding real solutions instead of using tactics that create divisions. She believes that the government should work together to meet the needs of its people instead of fighting all the time. A lot of people agree with her because they're tired of all the arguing and unfriendliness in politics. Harris wants leaders to work together to solve problems like healthcare, education, and money differences. She wants to have good conversations about these issues and show that she values bringing people together instead of being focused on one side or the other. Her words remind us that good leadership should be based on caring for others and taking responsibility. She's urging other politicians to think about how they behave and ask the voters to expect better from our leaders. Harris's ideas are very different from the argumentative talk we often hear in politics. Instead, she's offering a positive vision for a future where people work together more. As we go through a more and more divided political situation, Harris's point of view makes us think about what kind of leadership we want. Are we ready for a change to a more understanding and solution-focused approach? On the other hand, Donald Trump has made a lot of negative comments about Kamala Harris's leadership. He said, "Kamala is mentally impaired. Only a mentally disabled person could have allowed this to happen to our country." This isn't just criticism, it's a planned attack to make people doubt Harris's abilities and position. Trump's approach to politics is characterized by directness, forcefulness, and a tendency to make personal attacks. He often resorts to name-calling and disrespectful language to rally his supporters. While this may energize his base, it also exacerbates divisions, treating those who oppose him as adversaries. His recent comments about Harris not only reveal a personal animosity towards her, but also underscore the challenge of engaging in civil political discourse in today's climate. These remarks prompt us to reflect on the type of leadership we desire. Are we seeking leaders who thrive on conflict, or do we prefer leaders capable of engaging in respectful dialogue and embracing diverse perspectives? Also, Trump's way of talking brings up bigger issues in our society. It makes it seem like it's okay to attack people instead of working together. It's a reminder that while some people might like aggressive talk, it can push away others who want unity in our divided political world. In these uncertain times, what Trump says has a big impact on how we think about politics. His words don't just stay as words, they shape how we see things and what we believe. When we compare what Kamala Harris and Donald Trump say, we can see not just how they lead, but also what it means for how we talk about politics in America. Harris wants a president who focuses on fixing problems, which a lot of people like because they're tired of all the arguing and finger pointing, with important issues like healthcare, education, and climate change needing attention. Many people want leaders to work together again. Harris's message urges voters to thoughtfully consider the type of leadership that is best equipped to tackle the urgent challenges we face. She emphasizes the importance of engaging in conversations that go beyond political affiliations, promoting a call for unity and respectful discourse. This approach not only underscores the opportunity for positive cooperation, but also mirrors a rising demand among voters for leaders who actively listen and address the concerns of the people they represent. The confrontational language frequently employed by Donald Trump serves to underscore the inherent dangers of an increasingly polarized political environment. While such rhetoric may energize a specific faction of his supporters, those who thrive on combative dialogue and share a penchant for confrontation, it often alienates moderate and independent voters. These individuals seeking pragmatic solutions and a sense of collective progress are frequently turned off by the combative tone that has come to define much of contemporary political discourse. As a result, a pervasive pattern emerges where political discussions become progressively toxic, eroding the potential for constructive dialogue and stalling meaningful advancements on critical issues such as healthcare reform, climate change, and economic inequality. As we approach the upcoming election, the significance of this decision looms larger than ever. Voters will face a stark choice between two sharply contrasting approaches to leadership. On one hand, they may be inclined to support a narrative that emphasizes unity, collaboration, and empowerment, an approach aimed at bridging divides and fostering a sense of community among the electorate. This perspective advocates for policies that prioritize the common good, promoting inclusivity and collective problem solving as essential components of governance. On the other hand, voters may find themselves drawn to a narrative characterized by discord and disunity, one that thrives on polarization and confrontation. This approach often emphasizes a zero-sum game mentality, where political victories are seen as triumphs over opponents rather than as opportunities for collaborative progress. Such a perspective can further entrench divisions within society, making it difficult to address pressing issues that require bipartisan cooperation and a shared commitment to finding viable solutions. In this critical moment, voters must weigh the potential consequences of their choices carefully. Supporting a unifying narrative may not only pave the way for a more constructive political landscape, but also encourage greater civic engagement and participation among a broader cross-section of society. In contrast, endorsing a divisive approach may exacerbate existing tensions, leading to further polarization and the perpetuation of a cycle in which political discourse is marked by hostility rather than collaboration. Ultimately, the decision made at the ballot box will have profound implications for the future of governance, shaping the trajectory of national policies and the health of the democratic process itself. As we stand at this pivotal juncture in our nation's history, it's important to remember that the decision we make in this election goes beyond mere party affiliations. It speaks to our collective aspiration for the kind of society we want to create. This is a moment for deep introspection, prompting us to contemplate the nature of the political conversations we want to foster in the years ahead. Amidst the turbulence of our current political environment, it's essential to acknowledge that the language used by our leaders not only shapes public opinion, but also influences the trajectory of our democratic system. Now, more than ever, your individual voice holds significance. Are you willing to embrace a form of leadership that prioritizes unity and problem solving? Or do you feel drawn to the assertive, combative approach that has characterized much of our recent political dialogue? The decision lies in your hands, and it carries tremendous weight. As we approach the upcoming election, it is crucial for us to take a moment to contemplate the kind of leadership that will propel our nation toward progress. It is important to consider the type of dialogues we aim to cultivate. Are we aspiring to create an atmosphere characterized by cooperation and unity, or are we content with the pervasive division and animosity that frequently sees the spotlight? We value your feedback. Please share your thoughts in the comments section below. Let's have a meaningful conversation that can bring about positive change. If you enjoyed this video and found it insightful, remember to like, subscribe, and click the notification bell to stay updated on all our upcoming content. Together, we can work towards creating a political environment that prioritizes empathy, respect, and effective solutions. Thank you for watching.